All right. So, received a great question in the intermediate course, and it was in reference to the MediaSpot projects. And this teacher, she asked about a way to keep a running record of her previous MediaSpot newsletters. So, the idea was that this teacher would create, let's say, a weekly newsletter to send out to her families. And instead of opening the previous week's project and just editing it and then sending that new one out. She wanted a way to maybe duplicate that project and then edit the duplicate. Or is there a way to keep a running record of projects, or in this case, newsletters, in your MyVRSpot library? And I certainly understand that. I would want the same. It's nice to keep a record of your communication and what's went home. So that was a great question, great concern. Here we go. So I've been to my library at MyVRSpot. I've clicked on the home button. I've selected projects just to filter my library a bit. I have a lot of stuff in my library, and then I'm going to click on one of my newsletters, for, if you will. This isn't a newsletter, but you would do the same thing. And then you'll see a button on the right called Convert to Template. All right, tells me the template has been created. Now, that did not change this file any at all. This newsletter is still there and it's still located in my library. What I'm going to do now is go to MediaSpot because I want to work on the next week's newsletter. So in MediaSpot, if you go over here to the right, you'll see My Templates. I'm going to select there. And now I'm just going to start editing this template. It didn't change the other project that I have in my library. I'm just going to edit this one. So I'm going to select it, and it's going to allow me to put in a new title. So Oldfields Week 2 newsletter. It's going to load the template, and then I just begin making those subtle changes that I want to make from week to week. Save that project, and then that's going to load into my MyVRSpot library, and I could organize that into a folder called newsletters or something like that. But that's a way for you to create weekly or monthly, regularly scheduled newsletters, but it allows you to keep the old newsletters in your library. And I certainly understand why a person would want to do that. Thank you.